the company party that ended everything. The night began as what was meant to be a simple company gathering, an evening of celebration, laughter, and a chance to honor my wife's recent promotion. I dressed my best, proud to stand beside her as the supportive husband I had always been. But the moment we entered the event hall, something felt different. A subtle tension hung in the air that I couldn't ignore. Instead of introducing me as her husband, she gravitated toward a tall man in a fitted suit. Her hand brushed his arm with a familiarity that made my stomach twist. Yet it wasn't the touch that broke me. It was the look she gave me afterward, a smug little smile that dared me to react. When she finally introduced him, she did so casually, calling him someone very important to her career. The words burned, but it wasn't what she said. It was how she said it, like he held more meaning than I ever did. Throughout the night, she laughed at his jokes, stayed close to his side, and made me feel like I was invisible in a room where I should have been her proudest introduction. I caught whispers from nearby guests, some looking at me with pity, others simply curious. I clenched my jaw and forced a calm smile. She wanted to provoke me, to see me lose control. But I refused to give her that satisfaction. Instead of sulking in a corner, I poured myself a drink and joined conversations with her colleagues. To my surprise, many of them already knew. They had seen the special connection between my wife and this man for weeks. They assumed I was clueless, but I smiled, listened, and quietly gathered every detail. The sting of humiliation slowly turned into cold clarity. If she wanted to flaunt her disrespect so openly, I'd choose my moment and my method carefully. As the night went on, she grew even bolder. She danced with him beneath the lights, tossing her hair back like a teenager, ensuring I saw every movement. My chest tightened, not just from pain but from realization. This wasn't a mistake. It was intentional. She wanted everyone to see that she had options, that she could treat her husband like an afterthought and still shine. But she had miscalculated. She assumed I'd beg, argue, or embarrass myself trying to win her back. Instead, I did the opposite. Calmly, I excused myself from the group I was chatting with, pulled out my phone, and sent a message to my lawyer. Within minutes, the first draft of the divorce papers was underway. My heart ached, but my mind was crystal clear. If she wanted to parade another man in front of me, I was ready to close the curtain on her little show. I returned to the party floor, smiling as if nothing had happened, waiting for the right moment. It came soon enough. With her arm looped through his, she raised her glass and said loudly, "Here's to real men who know how to take care of a woman." The laughter that followed was strained, awkward. Some people looked away, others waited for my response. I lifted my own glass, met her gaze, and replied evenly, "And to women who never realize what they've lost until it's gone." The silence that followed was deafening. Her confident smile faltered, and the man beside her shifted uncomfortably, realizing he was now part of something he hadn't signed up for. For the first time that evening, I saw uncertainty flicker across her face. I didn't stop there. I walked up to her, removed my wedding ring, and placed it on the table between us. My voice was calm but firm. "Keep playing your games. Just know you'll be playing them alone from now on." The entire room fell silent. Whispers rippled through the crowd like wildfire. She froze, her glass trembling in her hand, the smugness gone entirely. The man she had flaunted so proudly stepped back, clearly wanting no part in the scene. The laughter that once surrounded her had vanished, replaced by pity and quiet judgment. I turned and walked out without another word, stepping into the cool night air with my head held high. Behind me, I heard her call my name, her voice cracking with desperation. But I didn't turn back. I had given her everything, my loyalty, my love, my years, and she treated me like a disposable prop in her performance. That night, she finally learned the difference between a man who stays out of love and one who leaves out of self-respect. Days later, mutual friends told me the office was buzzing with gossip. The man she flaunted had quickly distanced himself, unwilling to risk his reputation for her. Her co-workers lost respect for her, and the promotion she had once bragged about began slipping through her fingers. As for me, I walked forward with quiet dignity. She tried to humiliate me in front of everyone, but in the end, it was my calm, deliberate response that left her with a regret she'd carry far longer than I ever would.